students, welcome in chemistry class. Today we will study introductory part of the organic chemistry part 2, alcohol, phenol and ether. In this slide or in this video we will cover mainly nomenclature and classification of alcohols. Alcohol is one of the important family of organic chemistry in which functional group is OH. Here, this OH group or hydroxyl group is connected with carbon, may be saturated or unsaturated. Classification of alcohol. Alcohols are classified by different ways. Very first, we will see the classification of alcohols, especially in which OH group or hydroxyl group is connected with alpha carbon. Now, what is the nature of that carbon? On that basis, we classified alcohol into different categories. Primary alcohols means hydroxyl group is connected with primary carbon. Now, what do you mean by primary carbon? Primary carbon is the carbon which is connected by one carbon or from one side to the carbon. Means alpha carbon is bonded with another carbon atom from only one side. This is primary carbon. And if hydroxyl group is connected with primary carbon, then these alcohols will be known as a primary alcohols. Second category is secondary alcohol. In secondary alcohol, alpha carbon is bonded from two carbons or from two sides with carbon atoms. Tertiary carbon or tertiary alcohols means hydroxyl group is bonded with tertiary carbon. Tertiary carbon means carbon which is added, which is bonded from three sides with carbon atoms. And second classification is on the basis of number of hydroxyl group. According to the number of hydroxyl group, different categories are there of alcohol. The first one, monohydric alcohol, containing only one OH group. This type of compounds contain only one hydroxyl group like ethanol, methanol. Dihydric alcohols containing two hydroxyl group, two OH group. For example, glycol, CH2OH, CH2OH. Same way, trihydric alcohols containing three hydroxyl group like glycerol. In same pattern, there will be polyhydric alcohols containing more than three hydroxyl group like glucose, and so many examples. They are containing more than one hydroxyl group, more than two hydroxyl group, more than three hydroxyl group, and so on. Now, the important part of the chemistry, nomenclature. There are two ways to give nomenclature. One, common nomenclature means common name, tribal name, and IUPAC nomenclature. We know that we can't learn the name of all, so we have to learn the rule to give the name. Alcohols, generally commonly given name, alkyl alcohols. Simple, with the alkyl chain we can add the alcohol. Methyl alcohol, ethyl alcohol, propyl alcohol. But to give IUPAC name, certain rules are to be followed. First one, we have to select the long chain of the carbon containing more and more number of carbon. Then we have to give the numbering. Now numbering is to be done from the side where alpha carbon will get minimum position. Means the position of hydroxyl group should be nearer one. In that way we have to give position. Numbering is to be done in the same pattern. According to the long chain of the carbon, we have to select appropriate word root, and with word root we have to add suitable primary prefix. Primary prefix you know better for single bond N, for double bond in, and for triple bond ein. When we are adding all suffix, which is known as a secondary suffix, as a functional group. But before writing all suffix, we have to remove the E from primary suffix. Like if you are writing propanol, so Propanol. E from the N suffix is to be removed. Same way with in and ein also E is to be removed, and we have to add all suffix. All is a secondary suffix added especially for functional group alcohol. For common naming, as I told earlier also, alcohol word is to be added with alkyl group, alkyl alcohols. According to the branches, according to the position of branches or according to the OH, we can add the prefix normal, secondary, tertiary, iso or neo. N for normal is to be right if the chain of alkyl group is in a straight line, linear chain is there. Examples are given like ethyl alcohol means linear chain of carbon is there and OH is added at the branch. Propyl alcohol, normal butyl alcohol means there will be linear chain of the carbon and OH will be added at the last. Iso alcohol when OH is at the second position. It is also known as a secondary alcohol. As we already discussed in classification, secondary alcohol or SEC word is to be added when alpha carbon is bonded from two sides with another carbon atoms. Means OH group is present at the carbon which is connected with two more carbon atoms from two sides. Same way tertiary alcohol, it means carbon is tertiary in nature, bonded with three carbon atoms from three different sides, and on that carbon hydroxyl group is there. Here neo alcohols containing alpha carbon which is connected with one of the neo carbon atom. Neo carbon atom means which is bonded from four sides with four other carbon atoms. This is very small video. Please go through it. Simple things are given which you can learn very easily.